And around the way, girl. Hey guys, hello beautiful souls. It is your girl, Jess B. It is another beautiful Saturday afternoon, and I'm out, of course, at one of my favorite places, which is a park here in small town, North Carolina. So I'm just going to grab my camera and take some pictures. I'm very, very much an amateur photographer, but I love taking pictures outdoors and in nature. Today I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to try actually putting myself in the scenes as well. So pray for me. But I always post my pictures on my Instagram page, which is Jess B Captured. So if you want to go head over there and look at my shots, that would be great. Give me some feedback. Again, I just love finding beauty in nature. So I'm going to go over there and take some pictures. And then when I come back, I'm going to talk about the power of your words and your thoughts and your intentions and how they mold your entire reality. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. So this is the bridge area where I was walking before. If you saw some good leaf crunching there going on. If you saw my video, my last video on a few of my favorite things, I was on this bridge right here. So today I'm actually walking down over here just to take some pictures. I've already gotten some really cool pictures that I'm going to be posting on my Instagram page. So I'm just walking down here. Oh, hold on, got to take a call. Some birds in my hair, I think. Okay. We're gonna walk on the bridge. I think I could go down the other side, but I don't wanna. This is what the other side looks like. So it's way more rocks. Definitely a sketchy situation. So let's just walk on the bridge. And I want to talk about the power of how powerful our words are, our intentions, and our actual beliefs. And everything that I'm going to say today is probably nothing new to anyone. Like, as far as like you saying, I don't know if that's bad son or whatever. Like as far as me being able to say, well, I'm going to say something to you that you've never heard today. What I'm going to be talking about are age-old adages like what goes around comes around. You reap what you sow. And yeah, I think those are the two main ones. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be talking about. And like kind of I'm going to keep walking. Hopefully this is an okay angle. Just what I've been learning like on a more in-depth level, what I've come to understand on a more in-depth level, because I know like as humans, you know, we sometimes meet people that just enrage us and they bring out our inner like just anger, and you know they're impossible to deal with. They're rude, they're inconsiderate, they're evil, you know, they seem evil. Like just people that really just get under your skin. We've all dealt with people like that, or people that just have bad habits and have habits that cause pain to other people, and you know, just someone that you just don't like, that you just don't get along with. You curse them, you know, you get angry, you say F you and all this other kind of stuff. Like you let words fly out of your mouth about this person because they have sparked in you what is justifiable anger. You know, they're rude, they're disrespectful, whatever the case may be. But what I've come to understand about even sending that energy out, if it's negative energy, if it's cursive energy, wishing someone bad tidings, or telling someone, you know, go to hell, kiss my ass, anything that's disrespectful or negative, or anything other than positive energy meant to bless, heal, or help someone to prosper, is going to come back around to you in that same form, or on that same field of energy. So if you wish someone horrible things, those horrible things are going to come back to you. If you know that, and that's you reaping what you sow. Even if you feel like you're sowing it to someone who deserves it, that energy is going to come back around to you, because that's what you are sowing, not just into that person's life, but out into the world, into your atmosphere, into your environment. So it's very important that, we each do whatever we have to do to build our inner strength, to be able to stop ourselves from saying those types of things. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to be angry. That's a human emotion, but the danger comes in when you let that anger cause you to send out bad tidings to somebody else, regardless of if you feel like they deserve it or not. Like the universe, their energy, whatever they're doing that makes them a bad person in your eyes, that's their energy. And their energy is also going to come back to them. Like, you don't have to wish anything bad on them, because whatever energy they're putting out, they're also going to get back. That's just the way the law of karma, or reaping what you sow, that's how that works. Cause and effect, that's how that whole situation works. So it's going to come back. So you can save your energy on wishing them anything bad, and protect your energy, from by wishing them anything bad, because that means you won't be sending that energy back to yourself. I hope I'm not talking too fast, but yeah, that's just the breakdown of what I wanted to talk about. And there's different ways. Like, when I talk about building your inner strength, there are different ways to do that. I've done it by well, the first thing I did was I stopped taking medication for depression. My arm's getting tired like this. Hold on, let me get a better angle. Okay, so I'm walking along the path. This is my first time walking back here. I know people jog back here quite a bit, but this is my first time actually walking back here. So yeah, I was talking about how I kind of gained my inner strength. There were a number of things that I did. If you watch some of my previous videos, you already know that I used to be on medication for depression for about 10 years, if not maybe a little bit over 10 years. And it wasn't until I stopped taking that medication and chose to just kind of roll my sleeves up and do the quote unquote dirty work of digging through my inner issues, my inner demons, if you will, to find out what the cause of my severe sadness was, which is what I came to view depression as. Is just like a prolonged state of very severe sadness. And sometimes that sadness is caused by trauma. A lot of times when people are depressed, they've been through, if not one major trauma, several major traumas in their life. And a trauma is like a wound that happens to your emotions and to your mind, whereas just like a gunshot to the leg is, a wound to your leg that needs to be healed and mended to, and medication applied and time given to heal. That's the same thing that trauma does, but to your mind and to your emotions. So that stuff needs to be healed. And if it's not healed and it's compacted, by more trauma and stuff getting piled on top of it, then people end up going through depression and bipolar disorder and schizophrenia and things like that, because the mind becomes so bogged down with trying to sort everything out and stay healed. And it's just a lot. But anyway, I started doing a lot of research. I'm a very big buff on research and learning. I've always been kind of been a nerd that way. I've taken up the habit of studying neuroscience, which is the study of how our brains work and the capacity of our brains, how we learn and remember, how we forget, how we dream, all that stuff. This is a very sketchy situation. Look at this. Hello? I don't want to, should I be, the train goes over this, so this has to be safe, but wow, who knew? Who knew the train was going over this whole time? Odd. But anyway, so I started doing research. I started, learning how my brain works specifically. Learning what traumas I had been through, how they had made me feel, what feelings I carried away from those traumas, how they made me feel about myself and my reality and people around me and my future. And just kind of went through all that. I'm going to mess up the screen, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Oh, this is pretty. Just kind of went through all that and decided that I wanted better for my life, and that I knew I could be better than that. Hold on, I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying. But basically, I did the work. Like, I got inside myself, and I spent some time with myself and with God, and just talking to Him and working out what was going on. I learned how to meditate. I do yoga. Just things that help me to concentrate and to strengthen my mind things that help me to strengthen my mind, and things that help me to focus and concentrate and be present in the now as opposed to living in the past. A lot of us are victims of living in our past. The majority of people are victims of living in their past. And, it's easy to slip back there because the mind has a very vivid imagination and we have very clear memories. And because of the way the mind works, when you remember something that was painful to you, you can experience that same level of pain and anguish, if not worse, at the very present moment as if that thing were happening to you right then and there, even though it's not. There are different techniques you can use to help strengthen your mind to get out of that cycle of living in the past and being able to be conscious and aware of your present moment. And when you're able to do that, you start learning about the importance of energy, and the understanding that the energy that you put out is the same energy that you get, which is why we're encouraged to love our enemies, because it's very easy to hate your enemies. It's very easy to talk crap to them, talk shit to them, the same way they talking to you, and say horrible things to them the same way they say horrible things to you, because in any human mind, if it's your enemy, they're your enemy for a reason, and they deserve whatever tongue lashing they get from you. But we're encouraged in the Bible to love our enemies, because that love is what's going to come back to us. Just like if we don't love our enemies, if we hate our enemies, that hate's going to keep on coming back. So I encourage you guys to dig deep, do the work, you know what I'm saying? And watch, like the benefits are almost immediate, because you're immediately going to feel peace, and you're immediately going to see your world just turning different. Like if you feel like you have a bummy life, like things just never really work out for you, you're not working the job that you want to work, your relationships are always bad, you're always getting cheated on, or they always end violently, like we've all been there, we've all been in our ruts. And I feel like if you're watching this video, you're probably in a rut too, and that's okay, because we all get in ruts. Like life goes up and life goes down, but it's just how you act and how you stand up in that rut, and the energy that you keep putting out when you're in the rut. So yeah, do the work. It's worth it. Do the work. It's definitely worth it. Your life, your happiness really does depend on it. So I wish you all blessings and prosperity and peace. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to continue walking and taking pictures, and I'll catch you guys later. Love you.